Asalamalaikum, hello and welcome to the Pakora Man channel. You find me today in the port of Southampton, England. Now I'm about to board one of the largest cruise ships in the world. This behind me is the MSC Virtuosa, and this is a brand new experience for me as this is my first ever cruise. I will be providing you with a tour of the ship, checking out all the facilities on board, the entertainment available and the different ports we'll be stopping at, and of course all the food options. So check-in's complete and now we're about to board the ship. I'm getting airport vibes, but we're definitely getting on a big boat. Must be called the Galleria Virtuosa. Wow. Immediately on boarding, you are struck by the beauty of this ship. And this ever-changing LED screen on the ceiling is just amazing. First things first, I had to find my room so I could drop off my bags, a quick safety briefing, and then off to explore the ship. So we've just set sail, half an hour earlier than we expected, so I nearly missed it. I'll just show you the views as we're leaving the port of Southampton. I filmed this on deck 15, where the main pool is located, but more of that later in the video. I booked a sea view room and was pleasantly surprised with the size of the window, as I was only expecting a small porthole. This desk area had the all-essential kettle. The tea and coffee was replenished daily. Plenty of power outlets to charge up your phones and devices. We didn't really use the TV, but there were various MSC channels providing information on excursions, restaurants and other services on board. This was a double room with 2 single beds, a double wardrobe, shelves and drawers and the use of a safe. The bathroom was excellent, not very big but perfectly comfortable considering it was on a cruise ship. Everything was well appointed, hand soap, shower gel, shampoo and towels were provided. The shower was excellent, always plenty of hot water, never had any issues with it. We made our way to the buffet restaurant. Had to get past the washy lady first. Everyone entering was asked to wash their hands or use a hand sanitizer. Very reassuring. A full tour of the buffet later in the video. Later in the evening, we watched one of the 3 shows that are free. Because of YouTube copyright rules, I can't play the music. But I have to say the entertainers were top quality and the dance sequences and the singing were excellent. Second day on our cruise and we've just hit the coastline of the Netherlands, and this is the home of the windmill, not quite like the ones you see behind me, and we've just passed our first lock and we're making our way to Amsterdam, which does take about 3.5 hours from here, but you have to navigate these very narrow waterways. Unbelievably, this cruise ship has a full-on water park at the back end of the ship with water slides, pools for the kids. Absolutely amazing. This is the Himalayan Bridge, a tightrope course which is suspended 80 meters above the water. I'm not great with heights and it did not help with the windy conditions, but I braved it and had a go. This is complimentary and no need to book in advance, just first come first served. Looks like everybody's getting off at Amsterdam, and from the cruise terminal it's just a 15-minute walk to the centre of the city, and we've also booked a cruise on the canals as well, so looking forward to that. Amsterdam is known as the bike capital of the world. The city is designed around bicycles, with around 400 kilometres of bicycle paths leading to just about everywhere in the city. We spent a couple of hours admiring the architecture and browsing around the shops, and then we made our way to the canal cruise we had booked. This lasts just over an hour and is a great way to see the city. The canal system is vast, 80 kilometres in total. I've made a separate video of the canal cruise. Please check out the link in the description below. We made our way back to the ship for a game of 10-pin bowling before we sailed out of Amsterdam. So this is a Market Street buffet. It's the largest restaurant on the ship and it's totally complimentary. Open from 7:30 in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. Seems to be an endless amount of choice. It's very busy on the ship already, 7:30 in the morning, so I'm trying not to get in the way of anybody. And you've got your omelette stations as well. All sorts of eggs, poached, scrambled, fried. And you've got these beverage stations placed all the way around. So you can get your free tea and coffee, orange juice, apple juice, water, ice. And you've got your toasting machine there. Again, plenty of salads, breads. There's your scrambled eggs, your beans. Well, I started off with some fruit. For my second course on my breakfast, I've gone with a couple of poached eggs, hash browns and some beans. The buffet specialises in Italian cuisine. This is not a surprise, being MSC is an Italian line. But they also provide a variety of international dishes from all over the world. There is a separate vegan section. As for halal options, then all the chicken, lamb and beef in all the restaurants is halal certified. But the cruise line advise eating in the dining rooms instead of the buffet, due to not being able to control potential cross-contamination of foods. If you prefer the al fresco dining experience, then make your way to this terrace at the back of the ship. Well, I'm going to attempt to show you as much of the ship as I can. I'm starting here on deck 5. So this is the reception and guest services. This is the excursions office desk. You can book all your off the ship excursions from here. And this is one of the staircases up to deck 6. Very blingy. Here you have the Starship Club. It's a bar with a robotic waiter, if you want to call him, drinks maker. He serves alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks.
At the Starship Club, you can mix your favourite ingredients.
You can sign up for photo packages here for professional photography throughout your cruise. So this is something unique. They scan your iris and then they print this out for you. I've not asked the prices, but I can't see that being very cheap. That's a view of the central staircase. Very impressive. And this is the MSC shop. It's where they sell their own merchandise. You gonna get your teddy bear?
You're okay.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, take a bag. This is the main promenade which runs through the heart of the ship. This is on deck 6. It's known as the Galleria Virtuosa. And this is where all the shops, cafes, restaurants, and this LED screen is supposed to be the biggest on any cruise ship. And they do have a couple of light shows during the evening. This is the shopping gallery where you can pick up all your duty-free items. The luxury plaza, very nice. And this is all your high-end stuff, but at discount prices. Handbags, sunglasses, watches, and this place is definitely a treat. It's a crepes and gelato shop. Tried this the other night, absolutely excellent. So this is a paid service. It's not included in your cruise price. And the prices are reasonable, something similar to what you would pay on land. They also have a professional chocolatier on board, Jean-Philippe. Okay. You can also watch the chocolatiers at work. There's a tacos restaurant here. Again, this is a paid for restaurant, it's not included in your cruise fare. At the end, there's a theatre, and this is a theatre used for the free shows. And generally there's a show on every night. Away to deck 7. And this is where you have the spa services. You can have your hair cut, hair coloured, massage, beauty treatments. So still on deck 7, and we've got some of the, again, paid for restaurants. There's some bars up here as well. This is the sushi bar restaurant, another paid for restaurant. Not quite open, it's still breakfast time at the moment. A teppanyaki restaurant, very popular. Another of the paid for restaurants. This is the Butcher's Cut, and this is where you come if you like your steak. Like they're already preparing for lunchtime. I'm now on deck 18, and this is where the kids clubs are and sports activities, Doremi Land. The kids clubs are actually free of charge, and even if you decide to leave the ship on excursion, you can actually leave your kids here and they'll look after them during the day, believe it or not. And this multi-purpose sports room, a bit of basketball going on, a bit of football going on. Now at the back of the ship again. We're still on deck 18, and the views from here are spectacular. And the sun is out today. Has been miserable and overcast and rainy for the last couple of days, so it's a pleasant surprise. So this is still deck 18. We're going to make our way up to deck 19. Looks like the jungle track is actually closed due to high winds, understandably. And take a look at that, that's the water park. On deck 16, there's access to a gym. It's not massive, there's enough machinery I think, if you really feel up to it. So on deck 16, along with the gym, is the sportsplex. And this is where all the fun happens. It's where all the arcade games are. All the games in this section are not included in your cruise fare. You can use your cruise card and it will be added to your bill, or you can purchase a fun pass. I purchased mine before the cruise and paid £70 and received £140 worth of credit. If purchased on the ship, the discount is not as generous. Next to the Formula 1, there's a virtual reality game. I will be trying all these later on. And then we have some tempting bowling as well. Cost of the bowling is £25 for half an hour or £45 for an hour, and up to 6 people can play. This is the back end of deck 16. And again, plenty of seating, deck chairs, sun's out today. I'm stood on deck 16, and if you want to burn off some of the extra calories you've picked up at the buffet, there is a running and walking track. And below on deck 15 is the main pool area, which is surrounded by sun lounges. A massive TV at one end, which shows movies and football, and at either end there is a bar serving drinks, snack food and ice cream. At the end of deck 15 there is a solarium with a tropical pool and hot tubs, and also table tennis and table football. It also has a retractable roof which is open when the weather is warmer. That's the tour done. Time for a quick treat. And why have one dessert when you can have 2, 3 or 4? And then for a bit of fun in the arcade. This interactive cinema was a lot of fun and very realistic. This cost £10 for adults and £8 for kids. Back in the Infinity Atrium to relax in the lounge area and some live music thrown in. This evening I've decided to try one of the restaurants. This is the Blue Danube and we've had a 7:15 booking. Table's been allocated near the window and we've just placed our orders, so we're waiting for the food to arrive. We've gone with the lamb biryani. I kid you not, this is one of the best biryanis I've actually had on a cruise ship in the English Channel. Wow. That's 2 very satisfied customers. Empty plates. That was so good I've had to order another portion. Morning, day 4 of our cruise and we've just landed in Cobh in Southern Ireland and we're just about to book our train tickets to get to Cork. We're spending most of the morning and early afternoon there before we make our way back. So the train station's right next to the cruise terminal, so you jump off the ship and literally it's there in front of you. Till 10.4 euros for both of us. Excellent value for money. From the train station, the centre of Cork is very close and the main sites are all within walking distance. We made our way through the shopping district to the English market. Okay, come on. This was filled with stalls selling fresh produce of the highest quality, from fish, fruit and veg, cheese, jams and honey, baked goods, and also an olive stall, and much more. After a bit of shopping, we walked across this bridge over the River Lee and made our way to St Finbarr's Cathedral. This site dates back to the 7th century, but this cathedral was only constructed in the 19th century and named after Finbarr, a patron saint of Cork. Just chilling out for a hot chocolate and a break after a bit of shopping in Cork. Back on the Virtuosa, ready for our departure. Our hosts kindly put on a band to play us out. We didn't explore Cobh, but it is an alternative to Cork, and you could visit both in the time available in port. With its own cathedral and shops and museums, there is plenty to explore. Cobh is a small town with a big history, as it has an historic link to the Titanic. This was the last port of call before its fateful voyage. There is a museum dedicated to the ship, which is only a 10-minute walk from the port. As we sail away, you have the best views of this picturesque town and the rugged coastline. Back to the arcade to try out some of the games we had missed and to use up some of the credit on my Fun Pass. Good evening. So we're back in our restaurant, the Blue Danube, for the second night. And tonight is a Mediterranean night theme. And I've gone with the hummus. Continued the Mediterranean theme. I've gone for baklava dessert, one of my favourite things. I've just added a scoop of ice cream and it makes all the difference. After our meal, a show. This was the ABBA songbook. Amazing performances again. A late change of port due to adverse weather that was expected. We were heading to the commercial port of Portland. What's better to start your day with a healthy, nutritious breakfast? So just docked at Portland. A surprise visit. We weren't supposed to be coming here, but we'll make the most of it. The buses into Weymouth were provided free of charge and it only took 20 minutes. The harbour was a pleasant surprise. And then we crossed this road bridge, which is raised every 2 hours to let the boats enter and exit the harbour. We need a ride back to the Virtuosa. Very nice. It's just a further 10 minutes walk to this fabulous beach. This is a proper traditional British seaside town. We spent a lovely afternoon relaxing at the beach, checking out the shops and the fun fair, and trying the ice cream, and of course the donuts, which are compulsory. When on the beach, you have to have some donuts. Good donuts.
Every 2 hours then.
So at the chocolate shop, they have a very unique chocolate bar. Something customised to your flavour and taste, and then add a personal message. Lovely for a gift. A lovely gift for one of your loved ones at home, just to show them how much they missed out on this lovely cruise. Another unique feature on the Virtuosa is an F1 simulator. Now this was a lot of fun. I did have 3 goals and you do feel you're on a real racetrack. It only lasts 6 minutes and costs £10, but well worth it in my opinion. Getting in was okay, but getting out proved to be a bit more difficult. A bit more fun in the arcade, and then it was dinner time. Yeah, last night in the restaurant, for my starch I've gone for a leek and potato soup, and we've also gone for a lamb madras curry with some rice and some roti. Well, my main has arrived, and a suspended looking dish. Halibut with a carrot mousseline. Time for another show, and this time the King of Pop. A fantastic production, and the audience went crazy on this one. Sorry again to YouTube rules, no music allowed, but you can enjoy the dancing. My first cruise is nearly at an end. It's the last night on board and I've had a great time. I was a bit apprehensive about cruising, but this trip has truly put me at ease and I will be definitely looking to book another one as soon as possible. I'm hoping you enjoyed the video. Leave me a message in the comments below. If you want to be notified about future videos, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification. Thanks for watching. See you soon.